Mo versus LMC. Buried Living. I don't think I'd change the title. If you could handle the title, that would be great stuff. We're playing with a little bit lower in-game quality, guys. Instead of high quality, we're at like quality. Instead of not all the way to high performance. But it's because we were dropping frames earlier. Nice shot from Mo to start this one off. LMC doing his best to come up out of the top of his net. I think both these guys are top 100. LMC is really high. He's actually been really, really high lately. Which is kind of crazy because the first time we saw LMC was when he was playing against Chronic in the crew battles. He played against Chronic in the crew battles of 1v1, and he played really well. He actually took Chronic down in the first game, and we were like, wait a second, is LMC like a 1v1 player? And at the time we were saying that, you know, kind of exaggerating. He hadn't played any ones and certainly wasn't in the top 100. But since then, he has made us look very, very smart and very right. He has been high in the top 100 lately in the past couple seasons, and truly was showing us something in that day against Chronic. So now he has got an opportunity to play against another great youngster. He beat Chronic before, but when he beat Chronic, we should say, as a caveat, it was one game because it was a crew battle. So their 1v1 they played, LMC won, and then I think Chronic's team ended up picking 1v1 again as a game type, and Chronic versus LMC happened, and Chronic won. So ultimately in games they're 1-1. But it was still a surprise to see LMC play so well against a very top 1v1 player. This is a great flip reset shot. A little bit more of a high-flying play at the start of this match than we had in the last one, which is something you wouldn't normally expect from a Roxers versus Mo match. But it was a little straightforward. This time, Mo coming off the ceiling, a great touch to roll that one to the bottom right corner. LMC had a nice shadow position set up, but had basically everything covered except for a perfectly placed shot to the bottom right, and that's exactly what Mo gave him. A quick kick out for LMC, and he is tying it up 2-2. LMC on Team 303 or 303 Esports or something like that. But if you guys know Drewski, if you've been around the stream for a while, Drewski RL, we've kind of traded off hosts with that guy a lot. LMC is a teammate of Drewski in their RLCS adventures. They've made it pretty far, you know, in a couple qualifying tournaments is what I remember, but have yet to really break through. But of course we hope they do, as lots of our other ones, not mains, but great ones players have in recent history. You know Drewski RL? Drewski's great, man. Drewski's great. Do you follow Kali or Pirates? Yeah, Kali's also the man. Kali plays a lot on stream. Mo, long dribble this time, getting a little bit caught under the ball, and the ceiling, he really couldn't go anywhere with it as the ceiling was playing the defense. And LMC gonna get an easy takeaway for a third. Mo needs to be careful not to become, you know, more like the player that he has been emulating by chatting so much, which was Chronic. For a while, Chronic, when he wasn't grinding ones as much, nice flick from LMC. Chronic fell a little bit too in love with the air dribble plays and the exciting plays, and you know, could be caught saying all the same things Mo said in the last game. Like, this is boring, I just want to play exciting. But Chronic turned the grind up in recent memory and has come around to playing a well-rounded, fully rounded game once again. And as such, has been performing very well in tournaments and on the leaderboard. Nice high touch from Mo, and a good backflip. Sorry guys, as I swapped the camera every second trying to figure out what was going to happen on this play. Mo able to get it over. LMC at midfield. LMC is still up 1. Drewski is Pog champ. True. No doubt. Heard of the stream from Johnny Boy. Glad to be here. Loving the content. Awesome, man. Yeah, we were just talking about at the beginning of the stream, the Johnny Boy shout out, and luckily, guys, the internet is being nice to you this time, and I don't know what to say. It seems like we're not dropping any frames. Chat can confirm. One of two things has happened. Either we've stopped dropping frames, or my streaming software has become so bad that it's not even telling me when I'm dropping frames anymore. Mo, flip reset. Well placed, and LMC in the perfect spot, but slamming the save right back into Mo. So he will get a double touch off of LMC. to get his fourth. A minute 50 left to go. LMC fake kickoff. Not going to be able to grab his back corner. Mo doing a good job of punishing LMC for not coming to the kickoff. Had the read early and chip shot at a great shot at net. This shot strong. LMC has no choice but to hover behind it at midfield despite not having the boost to make a play. He does get to camp out in his back net. Mo taking this all the way back into his corner, and LMC letting him do it. It is a tie game. Technically, LMC doesn't have to come challenge if he doesn't want to. But Mo has been somewhat lethal with the dribbles this time. Not really going to connect. And also can't get the boost. Nice play by LMC to stay above Mo and be in that boost hitbox before him. Another patient play, not falling for any wave dash fakes by Mo. And LMC has an open field. He'll get a fifth. Mo going to give himself a whoops. LMC going to retake the lead. Held the lead early and had it dwindle away, but with a minute left to go is in the driver's seat. One of the reasons why is the great kickoffs. He's been playing very well in the kickoff department. A couple direct ones, and at very least has not been letting Mo have too many possessions. Mo, what a save. The save off the post. I'll never forget how AZAP used those saves off the post, man. That was so unique to me, and I felt like I'd never seen someone do it before. Whether or not Mo did it intentionally right then, I don't know. But LMC playing very, very passive on defense. He was refusing to go over into Mo's half when Mo was trying to carry out the ball. And he also is refusing to challenge anywhere but on the goal line. He doesn't want to have to go for the save until there's not a single moment left. And that's certainly a very dangerous way to play. And we'll let Mo get his fifth. So 10 seconds left to go. Mo with possession once again. LMC once again not wanting to close the distance. Every challenge seems to be a fake. But he has earned himself possession. He needs to keep this ball in the up in the air if he wants to finish the game before overtime. But not liking his opportunities. Looking like he's just playing for a ground touch now. And he'll get it. So here we go. Kickoff for overtime of game number 1. LMC has been doing great in the kickoffs. I think he's got to feel like he's in a good position here, but that being said, he does lose out on this one. The power shot from Mo, not going to connect. LMC able to save it back into his own corner. He's had to use up every bit of his boost, but he might not need it here. He's got a great setup, and this rolling setup forces the tough save. Mo trying to hold on to as much boost as he can. With 50 left, another high flick. This time, Mo will earn himself his back corner boost as he gets it clear to midfield, but LMC is still in a threatening position. Both these guys are fake challenging at every opportunity. So far, have yet to be exposed in this overtime. LMC doing a great job of keeping possession. Every time it seems like Mo is taking control, he's taking it back until, this exact moment. Maybe not. That was a quick early challenge. Nice demo. That'll be it. LMC got to be able to score off this one. So great offensive play. A slight loss on the kickoff in overtime, but basically barreling down on Mo for the full minute it took for him to eventually get the demo, and he will get his 6th and take an early lead, 1-0. We'll see. Could be a mistake, but I'm going to go for it. We're going to go back to high quality at the start of this game. And we'll see if we regret it. Mo versus LMC. Game number 2, LMC taking game 1. Largely to do with his kickoffs and his great pressure at the end of overtime. Not leaving Mo's half, which was different than the way he was playing at the beginning of the game, where he did not want to leave his own back line. He got a little bit more comfortable and was willing to put the pressure on. Mo, a nice bounce setup and a great power shot. LMC lagging past that ball. Seemed like he could have had it. What draws you to 1s over 2s or 3s? I think 1s is the most exciting game mode to watch. I think one of the things about 1s that I like that I also liked about the RLCS before is that it's really easy to follow a team and to kind of be a fan of a team. So back when RLCS was a league play, at least for me, it was a little bit easier to follow. And so you could have a team, and you know that team was always in the league, and you know that team had a couple games that were set, and just very easy to be a fan and to you know, watch the games of your team. Ones, I argue, is very similar. Ones, you can follow a certain player, and you can basically be a fan of that player, and it makes it really easy to watch and really exciting to see what they're going to do. Not to mention just the gameplay is so fun. Nice touch from Mo. But you can very easily be a Daniel fan or a Drees fan or, you know, a Chronic fan and follow them through all the games they play. Even when RLCS, before they had the 2-player rule, those teams would change up every time. I mean, you'd follow them first. This is a great own goal. Man, that was almost... That might have been better than Roxer's own goal. Roxer's was a little bit more forced because Mo was at least somewhat close to him, but LMC was over in the corner grabbing boost. He was not putting any pressure on Mo, but Mo decides to just launch a shot in his own net. So yeah, the biggest thing about doing 2s, especially 2 show matches or 3 show matches, is you'll basically never have the same team play. Sure, let's say we go find some players, we get 2 of them to be a team for a 2 show match. Chances are we may never see those 2 players play again on the same team. Nice shot from Mo. And makes it a little bit harder to follow if you ask me. Whereas you can have Mo fans, you can have LMC fans, and it's always going to be just them. Dot Mock, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Bel Air, thank you for the follow as well. LMC, a good early challenge. And Mo going frantic in his own corner, trying to flip this one out. And wait a second. I didn't even see where LMC got the touch, but he must have. Playing this very patient. Mo is in freak out mode. So all he needed to do was get the ever so slightest of touches to get it past him. Long time left on the clock. 5 goals in the first couple minutes. Mo has completely figured out the kickoffs. What was a dominant part of the game for LMC in game number 1 has become not even neutral. I would say slightly in favor of Mo. He hasn't been able to get any direct kickoff goals, but he is getting that first possession much more frequently. And if you've watched the stream a lot, you've heard how much we talk about how important it is to get first possession. And if you were given first possession off every single kickoff, it's so hard to come back as the player playing from behind in every single point. But LMC, as I say that, earning himself a position on this kickoff. Nice high shot. Mo going to be able to get a fairly easy save, though. And LMC cannot keep possession as he launches it to midfield. Mo been lethal on the ground with these dribbles. This flick will get saved away. Good defense as LMC covering every part of the net. Mo low 50, and he'll earn a 5th. A nice threaten from Mo, trying to show that he can take it up high. So LMC needing to play off the back wall, and then that defender coming off the back wall always has such a hard time saving the low 50s. Once you commit to driving up the wall, it's very hard to come back, make the play on the ground. Mo knows it, so he'll take it below and earn himself a 5th. And why not do it again? LMC is preferring to play defense on the back wall, and it seems like if Mo sees him up there, he is going to try and squeeze it under. LMC hanging high on the back wall. I mean, just barely, you know, almost coming over the top of the net. So Mo, a great wave dash with his flip reset to roll it under. Ones are weirdly entertaining, especially with the commentator. Yeah, I mean, ones are really, really fun. The reason why I like to do ones is because the Rocket League content that I liked watching the most was Johnny. I mean, watching Johnny's streams, it was the most entertaining. Being a fan and hoping to see Scrub Killa win back in those days when Scrub Killa was the youngster on the scene. Mo, a nice 50, but not good enough. LMC going to be the one to take it under this time, as Mo not playing defense off the back wall, instead trying to play it from the ground, but LMC doing just such a good job rotating his car, getting the wheels in the way to kill all that ball's momentum. And almost more importantly, he also stayed under the ball, which let Mo fly past. If you perfectly 50 it, you also kind of 50 the defender, and you keep that defender in the net, ready to make the continuation save. But the fact that LMC actually got the touch from underneath helped push the ball, or sorry, push Rock or Mo out of the way. Scrub's biggest W ever was his face reveal. I don't even remember his face reveal. Remember when Fairy Pete came out of nowhere and started demolishing everyone? Yeah, those were some good times. Mo, a nice air dribble. Another air dribble 50. These guys have both found their favorite way to score, and that is just 50s. Dribble 50s at each other, 50s on the goal line, and the continuation touch actually doesn't even need it. It is going to slightly roll in. With threes, you never know what's going through a team's head, and there's very little comeback potential within games. Yeah, there's lots of scoring in ones, and there's lots of, you know, it's really easy to follow. You can watch one player the whole time, and even if we never switched camera angles to anybody else, you'd still pretty much see the entire game. And there's a lot of exciting plays. There's just, you know, a lot of opportunity for cool outplays when there's only one defender on the field, like this one right now. LMC, his flip reset taken away, but a great defense from Mo. Oh, Mo, this is a great setup, but actually he doesn't like it. A little bit too strong. He was trying to set up an opportunity for a hook shot, but he powered it so strong that he wasn't going to be able to get out and around the ball in time to take the shot. So he tries to hold on to the possession. Not the best of drifts on that back wall, but it's not going to matter. He has control, and he's got the win. 8-3 is certainly over. 15 seconds left to go. Why not try and get a double flip reset for the fans? LMC will save it away and get bumped to the moon. Mo is just going to try and chase him down in the last few moments. Oh, it's sickening to watch somebody who doesn't have ball cam on, though, when you're not in control of the controller. So Mo going to tie it up, taking the series 1-1, a familiar scoreline from what we had earlier. Kid Up versus Jesse is happening again. Guys, Ludwig versus Atrioc in the freaking, I was going to say in the Feer 500, but no, that's my tournament. In the Smug, Ludwig versus Atrioc. That's just so crazy. Yo, Bel Air, thank you for the Prime, guys. Give it some Mo babies in chat. That's how I put the Twitch Primes while I was saying that for Bel Air. Much appreciated, my man. You could use the Prime on anybody. Anybody on Twitch you could use it on. And you pick us. That's very special. So give him some Prime O babies. Mo able to tie this series up. LMC could not control the kickoffs in game number 2 and subsequently could not control the game. Mo with a heavy, heavy victory as he takes this one off the ceiling. He's been going for the ground pinch every time now. LMC refusing to challenge early. Instead, trying to hover on the back wall and make a save. And Mo has realized that he can take it under him. That was a great spawn for LMC. Oh, but a great fake from Mo. LMC has to pay Psyonix a little bit for that spawn, but Mo, a very slow dribble, and then a great, honestly, a fake, but mostly a 50. Frequently, those slow plays double as fakes and 50s on the goal line. So Mo not necessarily trying to get LMC to miss, but mostly just trying to redirect his touch if he were to touch it right back in the net. And it works out. Ooh, nice pinch to the back wall. Very strong, but actually hasn't bought himself enough time. Mo coming right back at him before he even has a chance to get any boost, so maybe not the best pinch. LMC playing defense with no boost, but a friendly bounce high up the wall is going to give himself some time. An early challenge, finally, and he doesn't connect with the ball, but he does connect with Mo, and he doesn't connect with Mo enough. The second goal will go in. Yes, there are About Me sections are identical. Got to support the dream. Preach it, man. Preach it. Thank you so much. LMC, he found that kickoff that he lost in game 2. It's back in game 3. He'll grab his first a minute and 30 seconds in. Drex Rays, what's going on, man? Thank you for giving me some. Wait, what happened here? I looked at chat for 1 second and LMC is rolling in an easy shot. Oh, not the best flip ever from Mo. He's got his built-in excuse with the parentheses around his name. Somehow he says at one time he can destroy everybody with his new controller, and also in his name says he's getting used to it. So who knows what kind of Mo we're going to see once that gets removed from his name. Apparently he can beat everybody there is, and he's not even used to the controller yet. So we're about to see the craziest Mo of all time. Mo up in the air, air dribble, bump, trying to Goomba stomp LMC, but he can't as that ball rolls on the goal line. One of the most important things for air dribble bumps as LMC, ooh, lucky they didn't just leave an open net there, and Mo knows it. But one of the most important things about air dribble bumps is ball placement. I think people focus a lot of the times on connecting with that defender, but ball placement is almost 70–80% of it. If you can make sure that the ball is going to cross the plane of the goal line in the air, at least, you know, a single jump's height, that is the key to scoring your air dribble bump. If you take it to the ground, defenders always find a way to dodge and make a save low on the ground. But if you put it high, it forces that defender to do one thing and one thing only, and that's try and jump for it, and you can prep and take it away. But this is a great shot from LMC. Absolutely no boost. Mo has all the boost in the world, waiting on defense. His shadow is perfect, but LMC waiting till the right moment and just dropping it into the bottom right corner. I'm not sure that was the right decision from Mo to go up the top of his net, especially against a very low boost dribbler. LMC was going to have a really hard time getting a nice hard shot high in the air, and that is what the squishy save, as people say, is best at defending. A nice high shot that wasn't necessarily going to come. Mo, his long shot from midfield, forces a strong save. Ooh, nice setup. What a save from LMC. The pressure is on right now, though. LMC has yet to have a moment to breathe. In the past few minutes, he's going to cut Mo off the ball and earn his open shot attempt. Very little boost, but it doesn't matter. LMC doesn't even want boost. This is just a great rolling ball as he cut behind Mo's wheels and got him to retreat to net. A great single setup and air roll shot to the top right. Let's go, Mr. Cheney. Yeah, LMC, I think the C does stand for Cheney. He used to say LM Cheney in his name. Just saying LMC is good at comebacks. Well, he's on his way. Or necessarily, he was not necessarily coming back. He had taken the lead. But Mo gonna retie it back up 4-4. Did I forget to add a win? Has Mo won 2 games? I think Mo won a game. Did he not? No. Wait, no, 2 games. No. Yeah. Mo won the last game. It's 1-1. I don't know what I'm talking about. LMC trying to get a surprise flip off that side wall. Trying to catch Mo out of position. Shadow defending. Mo has been putting that ball so perfectly on the top shelf, but LMC too good at saving it away. Able to dodge the demo, so now he's got a dribble his own way. He has such a fast dribble. Oh my goodness, that flick. Holy cow. LMC. When you get a dribble going this fast, usually it's a mistake because you have a really hard time cutting back under it, making an adjustment to your play. You can't get under it, pop it up, slow it down. You don't have much control, but if you can launch a flick at 1,000,000 miles per hour at the top right corner, that is one way to make a dribble that fast work. And he did exactly that to put himself up 1. 40 seconds left to go as he needs to keep this lead. Once again, going back to playing defense on his goal line, and Mo will eat him alive for this. He is good at making these air dribble bumps. LMC does get connected. I wasn't sure if the touch happened or not. LMC has a very similar style to Gino. That is true. Gino was always a straightforward. He was a little bit of a bumper and a ground flicker, I would say. Gino was a pest on the ground and had a great flick, which is certainly what LMC has done in this game number 3. LMC, nice wave dash. Opportunity to take a long air dribble. Mo on the retreat. What a shot, but it will get saved away, and unfortunately the shots that look the best aren't always the most effective. The 5-5, nice flick, and LMC, the first shot easily saved, but he had got the ball exactly where he wanted it, deep in Mo's half where he likes to keep the pressure on. And Mo playing very frantic right now in his back half. he has not looked as comfortable as we've seen before, as he was the one to kind of tap that back into the corner and set up LMC with that opportunity. If Mo maybe didn't fly all over the ball as much, maybe LMC doesn't get as good of a shot. But LMC going to put himself on match point heading into game number 4. The mod will add it. Buried Living will add it, but usually we have it in the title. Game number 4, potential game or series win, I should say, for LMC, if you could take this one. Ooh, slight tap. A little bit too strong. Wait. All right, sometimes I get the teams mixed up. I swear, sometimes I do get the teams mixed up, but this time I didn't. This time I didn't. That is Mo slamming a ball into his own net. Like, I'll admit, I look at chat sometimes and I look back and I'm like, wait, oh, I had the teams wrong. No wonder one of those guys were playing so weird. So that's what I thought just happened there with Mo booming a power shot into the blue net. But no. He was just slamming an own goal. He will get his first on a great kickoff. One of the first direct kickoff goals we've seen from him. Nubo, what's up, man? You know, LMC had 10 saves on me. He had like 20 shots. He is a wall to get by. Colorblind mode? This is not colorblind mode. Are you saying you would prefer it to be in colorblind mode? The reason why I didn't do colorblind mode, I did colorblind mode for a while, is it seems like the majority of streamers do not do colorblind mode. Oh, the map is green? Oh, you're right. The map is green. Good call. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I'm just focusing on the game. So inside the walls of the map, it's the correct color. But yeah, I think we tabbed out and we're green in the surroundings. That's not colorblind mode. That's just a bug. LMC, nice dribble. This is a great play. I'll tab out here in a second, see if it fixes it. Mo, an early breach up, and LMC just kind of taking the and one, floating above Mo, and then getting the 50 here. Quick tab, out and in. Yeah, I think it's not going to go away until the next game. Usually, basically when you start the next match, though, it'll reload the map, and it won't be green anymore. A bit, yeah, no, it's green. It's green. Everywhere in the stands is green. LMC, ooh, not able to finish out that 50. A great 50, but couldn't get the touch. Oh my goodness. Putting Mo on some skates here is LMC. Watch this from Mo's perspective. Oh, Mo trying to jump early. If LMC was cutting that ball in order to take it up, maybe do a double jump pop, maybe try and flick high, then Mo does need to jump as early as he did, and that's what he was thinking. But LMC never had plans of going up in the air. He just wanted to take it around Mo, and looked like a genius. This save, my goodness, LMC saving every single shot, and a great recovery, and Mo just falling right into it. This long shot, I mean, if LMC had any bit of boost, the long shot would have been there, but LMC looking like a genius on defense. The only times Mo is getting past him is when he gets a little bumpy, and he did that just there. And was maybe half of a ball away from doing enough to get that goal. LMC, nice boost steal. High lob. Mo's going to have a hard time handling this with low boost. In fact, he won't handle it at all. LMC will grab his 4th. It's getting more and more green. Slimer went mayhem in there, dude. Earth Day is in April, RL. Okay. LMCW. Yeah, potentially. LMC up once again, playing reactionary defense and destroying with it. A great reaction. Wait, yeah, now it's raining. It's raining green. Oh, I just noticed how it's raining green in the map. I wonder if we change like our resolution or something and apply the settings, if it will reload. Or you know what? We just hang out. Nothing wrong with the green map. LMC not able to get that back corner boost. You saw it spawn right behind him, but oh, you will get punished for grabbing that corner. Mo not going to try and rush an early shot. Figured LMC would be spawning in time, and oh my god, if LMC got that save, that would have been insane. LMC spawning, picking up a couple pads, trying to bolster his defense, but this time the save not good enough, didn't push it into the corner, so Mo will get the follow-up. Everyone knows the huge debate between NA and EU and RLCS. Do you feel similar debate in ones, or is one region typically known as better? It's tough. So one of the things I would say about ones is that the fact that Johnny is kind of the king of ones, I think makes everybody shift in favor of, oh, nice air dribble bump. in favor of EU. And also, I think not just in fans, you know, saying that EU is better, but I think that having Johnny Boy be from EU kind of bolsters the EU 1v1 scene, which is maybe a bad take, honestly, because Johnny has been NA and EU fairly equally for a long time. But you know, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a little bit of edge in favoring giving the top competition and getting some more games for EU guys. I think his channel gets more views when EU players play, so I think there's just a little bit of bias in that sense towards EU players, which I think cultivates a more competitive environment. So I don't know. I think it's hard to say. I think until we get our lands with ones will we ever see. But basically, what Buried Living said is probably the most accurate. Seems like EU has a better high-level scene. There's definitely a couple top guys in NA that, you know, could dominate. I think First Killer has such a control of the NA1 scene that it's crazy to think that he's not at least of the caliber of these other guys. I think Flakes ended up winning the one time they did, you know, the Worlds competitions. This is a great 50, by the way, from LMC. He has been getting Mo up in the air and taking it under. LMC, you promise he will be the next pro ones player. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely working his way there, and we'd love to have him on the stream more often. AJ hasn't been around the top 1v1 scene for more than like 4 months. Listen, AJ's got to learn to show up, man. I mean, I'm joking a little bit, as these guys have decided that the only way to score is low 50s, so they're trading him back and forth. But AJ, you know, missing a crucial game, and I think it was Salt Mine 2, and then not showing up to a Smug main event, like, I don't know. It's hard to make your argument that you're the best ever, or that you're like one of the best in North America, if you don't show up to the important matches to prove it. And Johnny is a guy you don't want to lose the trust of if you're trying to argue that you're the best ones player in the game. Mo, great flick. Holy cow, as he brings himself back to tied in this game number 4. LMC long clear, taking himself back into the net. He's done such a good job at saving everything Mo can send him, but this one a little bit too good. Yeah, he didn't wake up. That's tough, man. Mo, 7-6. The one thing that I'll say is, you know, what happened here with LMC? Did he try? I think he just tried to play a cheeky, like, delay kickoff and just got absolutely exposed for it. Mo had to read. These players are way too good at reading the fake kickoffs. My pleb little mind cannot ever see it coming, but you almost rarely see any of these guys fall for a fake kickoff. They are so in tune with what that name tag looks like when it is actually coming for the ball. 8-6 in favor of Mo. Mo trying to force a game number 5. LMC looking so good on defense, but hasn't been able to keep him out in the last few moments. With 30 seconds left to go, has been coming out to midfield to challenge a little bit more, and that is what Mo wants, because LMC just playing lights out on his goal line somehow. I mean, you heard me talk earlier how LMC can't do that for an entire match because it's just so risky, but he's proven that you can. He has been able to handle Mo for the most part, playing defense out of his own net, basically. But not going to do it in this game number 4. Mo going up 9-6 this game. We're going to get, you know, a new map. Not a new map, but basically a new green background, hopefully. K-Dop is one of the best EU players. I haven't seen K-Dop go up against... I mean, he's going up against Jesse in the Salt Mine, which... Or the Smug, the Salt Mine Underground, which basically means that it doesn't seem like K-Dop is top. Has he played a couple more games other than just against Jesse recently that I don't know of? GG! Mo forcing game number 5. Maybe 2s or 3s, but not 1s. Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't realize that's what you were talking about. If we weren't talking about just 1s, of course K-Dop is one of the best players. You know, used to be in the argument for GOAT. LMC, by the way, going to start off with a great kickoff. And guys, look, our map is still green. How great is that? What if we, let's see if we change our settings to like something weird, hit apply, and then Go back and change them again. Oh, I know this looks awful, but just wait. And the green wasn't even fixed, so it wasn't even worth it. You maybe you just need once, but you feel like it's really ramping up and the level of respect it gets. Yeah, hopefully, I think that's correct. I think the Salt Mine Underground is basically really good for ones. It's Psionics basically saying, hey, we recognize that ones is a huge part of the competitive scene, enough that we're gonna actively sponsor it and give some high prize pools for the guys who want to play ones. So what would be cool is if Smug never stopped, and then you started to see players who were only 1v1 players. LMC just, but wasn't even really a fake from Mo. LMC just goes flying by. But we'd love to see some like purely isolated ones players. I think honestly we might see discovery of some of the best ones players in the game when they aren't required to also be threes players. Nice flip reset. LMC. Nasty shot. To be fair, this seemed like it could be savable from Mo. Usually flip resets that enter the goal line as low as this one get saved, but Mo just not lining up his save correctly. Didn't want to slow down his momentum of his car and ended up pushing himself past where the ball was going. Next 1v1 stream, you should do Khaled versus apparently Jack. We'd love to if they wouldn't ego us. Yeah, I mean, I barely even, yeah, it's tough. Whatever people say, oh, like getting egoed, usually it means it has like a bad inflection, which I don't like. Like I could ask those guys to play, and if they say no, I don't know if I consider it egoing me. But yes, it would be awesome. I'd love to have Khaled versus apparently Jack. That would be an insane game to have. LMC tossing this one away at midfield and finding himself in a very familiar situation, playing with almost no boost on his goal line, but has been able to handle this very well so far in this match. This chip likely not high enough. What a touch from Mo, and LMC can't get enough of a save. What is the highest level 1v1 you think you've ever hosted? That's a good question. That is a really good question. I think that's tough. So Kinsey is one of the best ones players I think we've ever had play. I think the initial thing to think of is what games were Kinsey in and what were the best players Kinsey played against as terms of highest level games. So you'd think Kinsey versus Chronic, because Chronic has had a lot of one success, but when Kinsey played Chronic, I don't think it was Chronic's peak. I think, oh, nice bump. Great play from LMC. I don't think Chronic was playing as good as he ever has. I think Daniel versus Chronic, or like if we could get Daniel versus Kinsey, there's a lot of great games. Think of all the best players, and then I kind of go from there. Drees versus Gino from a couple months ago. Iriki versus Drees was the most recent Feer 500. Yeah, that was a great game. There's lots of great games. It's hard when you say top level, because basically one thing I've noticed is that, or highest level, is that these guys, they have on and off days, and there's such a range of how good they can play on certain days. So, if you say highest level in terms of like clout, like who has the highest clout 1v1 and when do they play each other, that's almost a different question than when games are played at the highest level, which I think we've had lots of those, and some of those were played by maybe names you never even heard of, but they played a great game in that moment. Wanda Mike on stream. I think we've actually talked to Wanda Mike a long time ago, but of course never had him on. Kinsey versus Sharp, if we're talking all-time highest level matchup. Yeah, like Kinsey on form in that finals, Sharp able to beat him. Like that is, we're always going to look nostalgically back on that Feer 500 Season 1 championship. If you weren't around there for that, you can check it out on YouTube, because we will always be referencing that game and what it meant. That was why I offered to Johnny to come on and basically tell the story of Kinsey. I think it's very interesting in our stream, and everything that happened with him, I think is a good story. In fact, Reddit agreed when I typed it out for a Reddit post. Mo flick at midfield. LMC playing so much defense on his goal line, this time getting exposed out near midfield with a shadow. Oh yeah, that was a deep fake attempt. Going full supersonic and trying to power slide into a shadow. Gonna get him exposed, as Mo has no trouble tapping it above him. So green rain, absolutely toxic rain falling here in Neo Tokyo as we get towards the end of game number 5. Mo up 2 with a minute left to go. LMC gonna need to find a way to get past this improved defense of Mo, or maybe really the story of the game is that LMC has stopped being a complete brick wall and is instead a I don't know what kind of wall has some holes in it. You want to see Mikey versus Kinsey? Gladly. Does the title still not say Mo versus LMC? I thought my boy Buried Living said he was going to handle that. Offense. True. LMC long shot, not going to be in. Mo still up in the air to tap it away. 30 seconds left to go. Time ticking down in favor of Mo. And LMC has not been playing a great game when he has been forced to come and attack Mo. He much prefers to play a game in the lead. And once again, I mean, Mo is exposing him in these situations. LMC thinking he has an opportunity to challenge Mo. Easy long shot for a 6. 20 seconds left to go. Looking like Mo will ever so barely keep to his promise that nobody can beat him with the new controller. LMC getting about as close as you can. Technically still possible for him. Gonna need to see a couple magical plays. A nice flick. Not gonna connect. Mo going 2-0 tonight. This time in a much closer one than against Rocks. But GG's from both these guys. A great defensive performance from LMC. But Mo will not let him take this win. Yeah, I'll tell you in a sec. Let's finish this out. LMC versus Mo, game 5.